He makes religions experiential. He emphasizes experiential dimension of religion. Just don't believe and sing and dance and that's it and you die. You must catch God here. And anybody who was serious and sincere and needed experience would be attracted to him, and his demand or his interest or his need will be fulfilled. This is very visible with anybody who came near him. They're sincere, their wishes were fulfilled. The other aspect of this Ramakrishna is this idea that religions must appear in the modern times in a mold suited to the needs of our time. So he could never present a religion that was only suited to a particular movement in Bengal. By the way, I have to say a few things about Bengalis. I'm going to touch on it before I start even. Or Bengal, or India, or brown-skinned people of Southeast Asia. It can never be that limited. It's too narrow. If a modern proponent comes, he must come with a proposal that will suit the needs of the greater world, of the whole world. Otherwise, he has not done his job. It's a serious, straightway, you know his limitation then. He's meant for just a small group. Here is a personality meant for the whole world. So his message is very universal. It has to be universal. And for that to be visible, the mold in which religions are dished out must be changed. He broke the old mold. This man broke the mold. You see, because previous to him, every religion or every movement within religion would give a very limited prescription of how to become spiritual. And all these different prescriptions were never reconciled. They were lying scattered, and they become antagonistic towards each other because there are too many of them. And this is the thing. When you have the idea of monotheism, means God as a super personality, we all like that idea, oh Almighty Lord. But the thing is, there are so many different visions or versions of this monotheism, and as there are so many, they are going to create conflict, because monotheism creates fanaticism. Means I alone am right and my God is right. And this is a serious problem the modern world has to reconcile, to address. And the address comes from him. There are many pathways, and he has experienced them, so he knows from experience, not just book learning. So that is one of the unique features. He broke that mold. The two things that he brought into light, which I think are very exciting, is this. One day, while he was in meditation, he started using the word daya, daya. And then he started, no, not daya, not daya. And the word came, seva, seva. And Vivekananda was watching, and there was a great kind of tussle going on in his mind, of Ramakrishna's mind. And when he came out of meditation, he said, look, this old mold that we had said, show compassion to human beings. This is a standard way, daya, standard word in the Hindu tradition. And the way Hinduism was kind of propagating the idea of religion was saying, be compassionate to the rest of humanity, compassion to the animal. The word was compassion, show compassion. Daya was the central word used to put religion into practice. With Ramakrishna comes another word, and the word is seva, not daya. Who are you to show compassion? This is the language. Who are you to show compassion? Just consider yourself lucky that you are in a position to serve rest of humanity. Seva, you are fortunate. Count your lucky stars that you can serve humanity, serve God in the poor, in the weak. A huge transition is taking place in the way religions are going to be put into practice. From the word daya appears the word seva, serve. Now you see, this becomes visible in the story of Ramakrishna, and the person who picks it up immediately and runs with this idea is his main disciple, Vivekananda. He picked up the idea immediately. That is why, you see, with Vivekananda, the idea of serving God in man, seeing and serving God in man, seeing and serving God, Shiva in Jiva, become very visible. You see this India struggling, no dignity, humanity, kind of crushed. The only thing when you visit India, the only thing you see is humanity crushed underfoot. No dignity to men and women. No dignity, Sometimes I visited last time, and under a little boat, there was one man and one woman, husband and wife, sitting there, eating like animals. This is India. And I was saying, what are we doing to our people? What have we reduced them to what? So it was necessary to take up this challenge of not, tinkling bells and worshipping images and worshipping this God in the hereafter, but to see and serve the living God here and now. That is the Vedanta, that is the philosophy of Hinduism anyway. But it was not put in practice. And this proponent said, I'm going to change the mold. So when you see the word daya turning into the word seva, and that idea became very much infused in Swami Vivekananda, it became the driving force. He is not here to serve God, he is here to serve mankind. He says the special object of my worship in this life is to serve God in the most comprehensive manner. The sum total of mankind is a special object of my worship. This man is in love with humanity, human beings. This is the most clearest manifestation of the Spirit on earth. Where else will you search for him? This new mold that Vivekananda is very famous for came from Ramakrishna, from his meditations. The world dramatically changed. Now you see, this word now is very visible in all the movements, not only Hindu movements, even the Christian movements. It's becoming visible. They say, yes, we must serve humanity. But the thing is, the emphasis that was given came from Ramakrishna Vivekananda. Count your lucky stars. Don't even call it charity. Don't throw crumbs at the poor. You don't have a right. Think that you are fortunate that you are able to lift somebody up. So don't think that they are somebody lower than you that you are throwing crumbs at. Recognize that you are fortunate to meet that guy because you can do your play acting, do some service. So use it positively. Do not denigrate people who are struggling. It is automatic for you to serve them. Serve God in man. See, this message, why is it so crucial? India talks of being spiritual, but it is nothing of the sort. There is no spirituality in India, modern India. Let this message go back. Let them get rattled. You see, they export gurus and swamis. They are more required in India. Rather keep them there. Because you see, this idea, this message, you see, as soon as you live in a society where there is a big difference between the haves and have-nots, and you do not address that, and you don't get shattered or you don't shudder at that, you are not alive, you are dead. Can't you see this in front of your eyes and you don't do anything about it? You are not alive. See, this is the power of this teaching, and yet they are struggling in India.
वैष्णव जन तो तेने कहिए जे पीड़ पराई जाने रे।
वैष्णव जन तो तेने कहिए जे पीड़ पराई जाने रे।
पर दुखे उपकार करे तोए,
पर दुखे उपकार करे तोए,
मन अभिमान न आणे रे।